Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T92 HMC. It's the Tier 10 American SPG located on the eastbourne of Malinovka. This one is under the command of Cursed by Design. Well, this is the biggest gun in the game. No bigger. 24 centimeters is the caliber. It's built on a T26 E3 chassis, so it's a Super Pershing chassis, well, sort of. It's the same as in the Eagle 7, but it is basically a Pershing. Now, they only built 5 of these because they were intended for use in the war against Japan, in the invasion of Japan, but the war was over before they could actually be ready to use. Okay, well, he's loading, almost ready. Got a Leopard 1 as his first target. That's out. Well, close. Splashed him for 274. This Arty will do 1100 alpha and will penetrate 60 millimeters of armor. There's 2 Artys on either side. The enemy team's got a Conqueror gun carriage and Object 261. Our team has got the T92 and a batch at 155.58. Okay, well, the next target is apparently going to be a Heshbon. He's hiding behind a rock. We're almost loaded. It's lining up. That's out. Oh! That was a direct hit, and he just lost 1,129. The most narrowest of margins. It actually hit the turret and penetrated right through. You can see the hole right there. Yeah, that was a very accurate shot. I think he was actually aiming to try and get a splash, but the shell seemed to go right through the turret, right through the tiny bit that was available, and he's now out the game, taken out in the end by our EBR 105. Okay, we've got an E3 at the back. We're loaded, rounds out. Oh, it hit! It definitely hit, no explosion, and look, he's missing a huge amount of hit points. That might have been a penetrating shot. Meanwhile, up on the north, on the hill, we can see that, yeah, there's a number of enemy tanks grouping together, and they make easy targets. You always like to see multiple targets together. Now, he's loading a standard HE, but he could actually use the increased HE on these ones, and he might get an even bigger hit. But there again, standard HE will give them stun, and he wants stun because obviously stun will enable his teammates to give him stun assist. Oh, look at the way those tanks are coming on. He fires at the 780. He does get 353, but I think that was a misplaced shot. He should have aimed at all these guys here, because if you aim for these ones and stun them all, then you're going to be picking up oodles of stun assist. Yes, always try to aim for the multiple groups working together, because the more stun you can put on them, the better you are. Yeah, that MXM454 is the one to aim for, because it'll stun the Object 140 and damage him at the same time. Line it up. That's it. Go for it. Direct hit. 416. He didn't damage the 140, but he did get stunned, so at least there's that. Changing position to avoid counter battery. And given that this map was the one that was used for the cheating, although it doesn't appear to be there's anyone cheating on the enemy team on this occasion, or on our team for that matter. Of course, that was a very specific case, and it looks like that person has been doing it multiple times. We're now aiming for the M454. Another direct hit. This one landed on the barrel of the gun. You can see the mark on the barrel. He's been stunned, so he's pulling back for that, but his gun being damaged as well means his accuracy is going to be off unless he fixes that. We're 1 down on the enemy at the moment. They've got a Object 780 fairly close. That was the tank he went for earlier. I think he's decided he's going to go for him again. Rounds out. And he gets a blind hit. Well, of course, he knew the tank was there. And it was very unlikely to move away from that position within the time limits. Over here, we've got an FV4005, the Heshbon, hiding behind the rock. The enemy team had 2 Heshbons. Their Heshbon's gone down, so he's now an E4. And he's very low on hit points. If he does hit this guy and take him out, it'll be his first kill of the game. Bounce out. Yep, he owed him. Nice kill. The guy didn't have much in the way of hit points left, only 104, but it was a clean kill. And that's one less gun on the enemy team. In fact, there's very few tanks up in the north at the moment, except maybe that E3. The EBR-105's found him. Now, if he can find the enemy Arty, that will be a double bonus. And I suspect he might be about to find enemy Arty. He's gone into the enemy rear. In fact, now he's found the leopard. Now you only get 16 rounds of ammunition with the T92 HMC, so you have to make the best use you can. The leopard on the enemy team just got taken out by Arty VPT5051, and now the EBR-105 is now looking for more targets. The enemy object 261 has just been found. Of course, that should be a priority target for Curse by Design. At this moment, if you can get that guy out of the game, that would help, but he's going instead for the Biz 55, fires the round in the blind shot, doesn't get anything, but the enemy 261 has been taken out by Albatchat 155-58, so no need to worry there. The enemy still has one Arty though, that Conqueror gun carriage. I think our EBR-105 at the moment is hiding from the enemy. He stopped moving. I would actually just got tracked. Now he's moving again. Still looking up on the hill. And there's that Biz 55. Now he is a one-shot if we can get around near him. Unfortunately, he just moved out of sight. There he is. Rounds out. This looks good. Oh, bad RNG. The shell landed short, very short. And all he did was stun him. Meanwhile, that 780 is still there. The enemy's kind of being compressed now. There's only 4 of them left. 3 of them left now. And one of them is an easy kill, and we're getting indications. One of our teammates is requesting fire on that Biz 55. But we're going to try and go for a kill shot on the Object 780. Rounds out. And yes, a splash kill, leaving the AMX M454, and he's the last one, and he just died. So that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for Curse by Design in the T92 HMC. He got his first mark of excellence in that game, as well as a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 11. He got a Gorse medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle, and he also got a Confederate as well for hitting more targets on the enemy team than anyone else on his team. His win rate from that battle, 5,299, which is super unicum and a bit more. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he was. Well, it seems that he did get the highest damage in the game, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. He picked off 4,445 hit points of damage, the second highest being the AMX M454, and I think that may be one of the ones he actually hit during the game. He got 4,053 hit points, and the third highest damage turned out to be the Leopard one on our team. We've got a Confederate and 3,942. When it came to kills, it was actually the EBR-105 on our team and the Object 780 on the enemy team. Both got 3 kills apiece. The EBR managed to patrol duty. Second highest in this game turned out to be Cursed by Design with 2 kills, along with the CS63 and the TVP T5051. And nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 2 kills except for the 780. And so that's the number of kills. If we look at base XP, we can see the EBR 105 did the best. He got 1,263, and the reason he got that was down to his spotting. 7,943 hit points of spotting assist in that game. So he did tremendously well. And I think it was the Batchat 155-58 who was actually using some of that spotting to actually get shots on the enemy. His win rate from that game was 6,431, so super income and quite a bit more. Second highest on base XP turned out to be the CS63 on our team with 999, and third was Cursed by Design with 865. He fired 12 rounds, got 6 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration. Of course, that penetrating shot was the Heshbon, the FB4005, went straight through the turret, no problem, gave him a nice round total in the game. Let's have a look at that. Where is it again? It was the 4005. There you go. 1 penetrating shot, 1,129. Got taken out by somebody else though shortly afterwards, but it's nice to know that he did get a penetrating shot on a very priority target. He also got 15 splashes on the enemy, 4,445 hit points of damage, the biggest in the game, and all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 2, so that's a very good Confederate of 8. And surprising, actually, that somebody else also managed to get a Confederate of equal amount. 1,095 hit points of stun assist, or 14 stuns. He earned 65,721 credits for the battle, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, took away 15,291 credits profit. If he'd actually been playing with a free-to-play account, he would have actually lost credits. He also got 7 bombs, 1,297 XP times 2 for the first victory, 2,596 experience points, or sorry, 2,595 experience points altogether. So congratulations on getting your first mark of excellence. I'm sure that you were very close to getting an ace tanker in this game. It's a pity that you didn't get a chance to get that that Object 261 as well as some of the other tanks that the EBR 105 was spotting. But you did hammer some of those tanks on top of the hill rather nicely. My only suggestion is when you do see 2 tanks close together, try to go for those ones, because they do actually represent a double bubble. Because if you hit one and splash the other, then there's a fairly good chance that your teammates might then actually hit both of them, and you'll get stun assist, and that might have given you the ace tanker. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.